Disclaimer. My hatred of Starlow is purely theatrical. But if I were to get rid of her for any reason, there are 5 simple ways that I would achieve this goal. Shall we have a look at the way I'd achieve these goals? Number 1. The sneaky approach, or the maze of eternal wandering. So, picture this. Starlow is following behind you as you walk, lurking behind you at all times, like the incessant creature that she is. This is the way we get rid of her for this one, without her even knowing. So, cue the maze of eternal wandering. You walk down to a pipe maze below Peach's castle. This seemingly innocuous area is where I would get rid of Starlow. She would be so busy offering her advice that she won't even realise that I have lured her into a rather subtle trap. So, after a few different twists and turns, I would have finally lost that creature inside a maze with only one exit, dooming her to wander around this pipe maze forever. Number 2. A tragic accident. Number 2. The tragic accident. This one is rather simple. I would merely borrow Mario's gargantuan hammer and then jump into an encounter with an enemy. Then I would simply wait. And I would wait for Starlow to remind me that I can use the hammer to dodge enemy attacks. And once she does, I simply swing the hammer just a little bit too hard. And oops! The hammer slipped out of my hands and BAM! It smacks Starlow right in the head. This is just a simple little accident, but at least it finally has put an end to Starlow and her overbearing commentary. Number 3. The super secret hidden level of doom. Now, if I was really looking to pull off something special and something devious, I would lead Starlow to a yet undiscovered level. It's so full of traps and obstacles, even the most seasoned of people wouldn't be able to escape. And Starlow, in her ever-persistent need to be helpful, or maybe a little too curious for her own good, follows me deep into the level that doesn't even appear on the map. I tell her it's a shortcut, and she buys it because, let's face it, Starlow can't resist a better way to do things. She follows me through a wall pipe, and BAM! She's stuck in a labyrinth of lava pits, invisible enemies, and instant death traps. And I can just calmly keep walking, pretending I don't hear her distant screams as she falls in a pit of spikes. Oh, Starlow, were you following me? I didn't realise. I thought you were, off helping someone else with tips. Now, she is lost in a never-ending nightmare of poorly designed game mechanics just slowly disappearing from reality. Nice. And number 4. The classic just leave option. This one is simple. There's no secret pits, no accidents, nothing of the sorts. But this one is probably the simplest, excluding number 5. So yes, number 4. This option is rather simple. And it simply requires I just tell Starlow that I'm going on a solo mission. I will look her dead in the eyes and say I've got this, and she can just go kill someone else. And if she tries to follow me, I will simply turn around and run physically as fast as I can, just so she's left standing in the background with her helpful suggestions, and I can go off and do peaceful solo adventures. By the time she figures out she's been abandoned, it's too late! The Starlow problem has simply been solved by not letting her participate. Classic. And now, it is time for the 5th and final option. This one is probably the easiest solution, which is why I saved it for last. Number 5, the simple option. What I would use to get rid of Starlow is just to put the fucking game down at this point. Like, that's just it. That is just number 5, the simplest option. Yep, that's the simplest option. At the end of the day, it's the easiest thing. Just turn the fucking game off. She can't exist outside of it. So maybe just turn it off. No just telling her to leave. No accidents. No, the ultimate solution that I've come up with to finally get rid of Starlow once and for all is just to simply turn the game off. And just like that, the whole world would be quiet. Sure, she would still probably exist somewhere in the corner of the games, but outside of that, she's not here in the real world. I've outsmarted that bitch, and I've killed her with silence. Thank you folks for joining me. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, the bell to notifications. Hope you all have a good day, and goodbye, good afternoon, and good night.